Have a holly jolly week of Log Church devotionals coming your way with our special Christmas devotionals. I hope you're excited about this because Pastor Mike and I always talk about the Christmas story every single year. And this particular year, I'm spending a week talking about some Christmas surprises, some specific things that we never get the opportunity to really delve into in church that are going to bring the Christmas story to greater lights once you realize what's actually happening in the Christmas story. And today I want to talk to you about something that's really unexpected and it's way out there that you might not even believe this, but it's pretty much what you would see if you read the Christmas story without the way that we look at the Christmas story. And that's this. Wise men were Gentiles that were charting astronomy. These were not people that were devout Jewish people. A lot of times you think every single person involved in the Christmas story are like these holy people that look and talk like we do. Okay? The Bible really doesn't give us the leg to stand on when it comes to how God chooses to use people. I talked about this weeks ago when I talked about God doing something different when he opened up the eyes of Cornelius the Gentile to the gospel. And you should think this as a precursor to something like that because the wise men were not necessarily God-fearing religious people. They were astronomers. They were looking at the stars to try to predict what's going on. These were people that, according to most commentaries, were not necessarily affiliated with the faith. They believed that something astrological was going on. It caused them to come and see the star. Let's take a look at Matthew chapter 2, 1 through 2. Now after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem, saying, where is he who has been born the King of the Jews? For we saw his star when it rose up and have come to worship him. They knew that there was some sort of astrological event that was taking place that was so big that they had to chart the course to find this child. And they read through the histories. Now, I can't get into all of this. It's very fascinating. A lot of it is speculative. But it's definitely worth noting that they were seeking and they were open to whatever. But they were not expressly Jewish worshiping people. And I find that interesting. And here's why I find that interesting. We are living in a secularized culture. It's real easy for us as Christians to talk about the state of the world and politics and how everything's gone down the toilet and, God, it's like America's forgotten God and, they took God out of this, they took God out of that. You can't move God. You can't take him out. He is God. Now, how we respond to him, we're accountable for that. But God still works, God still speaks, and God can still connect to people even when we think there's no hope. These people weren't looking for the Jewish Messiah. They were searching for astrology, astronomy. They were doing things that if you and I were doing them, a pastor would confront us. You shouldn't be trying to chart the stars, read your horoscope. You shouldn't be doing that kind of stuff. And here they were, finding the Messiah, finding the truth in the midst of the lies. God is truth. Jesus is the truth. He is the embodiment of truth. And no matter how much deception exists around us, you can't hide the truth. You can't bury the truth. You can't contain the truth. Jesus is God. And his presence permeates even the false religious systems of the world. Jesus is God. So the Christmas story should remind you of his sovereignty. The Christmas story should remind you of our ability to hope. Even though the world gets dark, God's light never dims. It grows stronger and stronger each day.